So, to start off, I need to retcon something because I had no idea that you were an elf, Jorge, because the way your character acts is 100% human. And when we first did our session 0, you were a human.
Okay.
So, I have to redo this. We are going to be in... It's late at night, and we are in Fort Mason.
Fort Nelson, Mason, Nelson? Nelson Mandela?
Yeah, we are in Fort Nelson.
One of those.
And the rest of the party is all talking. You were just kicked out of the room.
Okay.
That lady that you saw previously comes by, and instead of saying all the other stuff she said about Dravaltor, she says it about you now.
Ah!
Okay.
Get the light.
I respond with...
She says, ugh, what filth. Why would they allow you in this place? What a disgusting creature.
I put my hand on my sword and I say, you best watch your tongue when talking to me, woman.
Is that right, filthy creature?
I roll to attack.
You have no idea who I am.
I roll to attack.
What?
For some reason, she gives you a look. And it is a look that you have never seen before. But the way she looks at you is so intimidating that as you reach for your sword and reach to pull it out, you cannot move.
Do I not at least get a will save here? Come on.
You don't even get a will save. You are not able to move.
I want a will save. This is unfair.
You can't.
GM, railroading. Let me, the player, make the choices.
Disgusting creature. She walks off.
Her bonus must be like plus 18, bro. Don't worry about it.
You did.
What if I rolled a nat 20?
You would have never survived.
My party of 4 would have came to my aid.
Attacking a random old lady who's just walking down the corridor. Sir, sure, she made a passing insult at you, but you're an elf. So that's the change that I'm making.
Gonna be honest, that's not painting a great picture. Oh god. Slightly scared now. Let's go with that.
These people kind of disdain other races.
I mean, like, besides that, the fact that she could literally stop him in his tracks.
It's more so the fact that Masato just didn't want me to cut down one of the main points.
I mean, that works. But
More like this was in the past. You guys are all at the inn now.
Right.
What would you like to do? It is morning. It is morning. You are all level 2 now. And because you level up, you guys are all healed.
Our plan was to figure out what our like find out more information about our suspicions of Mr. Mason being possessed by or influenced by some sort of demon or curse or something.
Okay, sure. Sounds good.
So our options are, talk to anyone really. So people who know Mason, or people who know magic. And so like we could go talk to the goblins about this. The goblin magician, sorcerer, wizard, whatever he is, or we could go to Fort Mason and speak to the and spend the morning talking to anyone there. who might have a clue. Note to self, don't just say what my intentions are when it's about for Mr. Mason.
Yeah, that did not go very well when you were like, I would like to talk to all of the subordinates of Lord Mason.
Alright.
No!
Maybe next time.
Next time. Party, what would you like to do?
All for going to Fort Mason? All for going
Sure.
to...
Would you like to gather in the inn first? You're all in your rooms.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll go
I
down
think
for
we skip to
breakfast.
the in-gathering part.
We always start with breakfast. Let's go down for breakfast.
Breakfast
Yeah,
is the
breakfast.
most important meal of the day. Or so they say. But I don't eat breakfast, so...
In before RP encounter where we get some more news or something.
Yep. So you all go down for breakfast. We will fast forward time and just assume you all go down together and sit in a booth or at the bar tables this time.
I want to sit in an area that I can see the door.
Okay, you'll take the booth. Ow. Okay, so the waitress comes over and she brings you your water and the lamb like normal and breakfast burritos or whatever she brings you. And, yeah, so you guys are all just chit-chatting, talking about what you'd like to do for the day. Kaladin says what he said before while he was sitting in his room.
Yeah, sounds good. Let's kill. I like the plan to kill evil.
Okay.
Kill evil. Yeah.
Kill evil. Good plan.
Yeah.
So what's stage 1 of the plan?
We'll gather information, right? So, gather information from either the goblins or from Fort Mason first. We can probably do both, regardless, but...
Okay.
We could also ask the Tavern Keep about any rumors of demons in the past, or like mind-altering creatures or anything like that in the past few years. I don't actually know if the timetable was ever mentioned of how long ago Mason fired his was it his second in command or whatever this person was.
June Bell.
June Bell.
His squire.
His squire.
It was 1 year ago.
It was 1 year ago? Okay, yeah.
Speaking of timelines, Jorge, when did you guys move into this town? Like a year or two ago?
We never specified, so we'll just make it what's most convenient for the story.
Okay. We'll go about 2 years ago.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
I did specify, though, with how long I was training with my best friend and stuff like that. There is a timeline on that.
Okay. That's fine. What's the timeline?
I don't have it off the top of my head here. I can look.
Okay, it's a moot point. Whatever. So, are you going to the goblins, or are you going to the base first? Or are you talking to the
base
innkeep first?
Last time.
I'm sorry, Drew Valtor, what did you say?
The base didn't go so well last time. I'm not sure what we could do to make it better than that time.
It really is up to the party to decide. Someone, please make a decision.
I say we go to the goblin camp first.
The goblins
Hardwood
like
first.
us, right?
The goblins are neutral to you.
We're going to the magic goblin, right? Or the other? Are we going to Brain and Brown, or are we going to?
It was a full day trek into the forest to get back to the goblins. It was one full day.
How far is it to get to Fort Nelson Mandela?
It's like an hour and a half walk, maybe 2.
Okay, we should go there first.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Remember how it took 2 sessions to get into the forest and out?
That's a good point.
Okay. So you guys just want to head up and get out there?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you going to talk to the barkeep about mind-altering beings or something?
Barkeep.
Barkeep.
I have a couple.
Barkeep.
Well, hello there! Adventurer, you look a little stronger. It's good to see you in healthy condition.
Good to see my progress has been noticed. I was looking for some rumors about. I was wondering if there are any rumors that have passed around about a year ago about any creatures that might have. I don't really know how to say this in character, but basically what I said before about creatures that would alter like the minds of people or influence, possess, that kind of thing.
Okay, so like magics.
Magics, yeah, magics or
Oh,
spirits.
you're asking about some outlawed information. Around here, magic has been banned for quite a while. Didn't you know? Yeah, turns out magic was banned almost a year or two ago when I think it was Mason's wife who had an accident somehow.
Oh, yeesh.
Yeah.
Any idea what happened?
They lost their child, and the whole nobility went with them too. Just gone. Poof, thin air, into dust.
Who is left in the nobility in this area?
Most of the nobility just left. Lord Mason and his wife still remain, but most of the rest of them have gone.
Any more details on what happened to Mason himself, or any idea who would know more?
He shakes his head and thinks, no, that's about all the information I got. It was pretty close. Everyone was tight-lipped about it. No one really wanted to say much.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, yeah, maybe. Alright, Fort Mason or Goblins? I think Fort Mason's a little more truthful.
Fort Mason, yeah.
Nelson.
Mandela.
Alright.
Yeah.
Off to Fort Mason we go.
Okay, off to Fort Mason you go. So as you walk outside the building, you are at the inn once more. Tables to the right, tables to the left, roads and merchants' quarters. You start heading up towards not Caprica City. You head towards Fort Mason when you notice one of the peasants getting harassed by the guards. The guards is asking him, "Where's your Bible? You gotta have your Bible." And the man's like, "Oh, I forgot it. I completely forgot. I left it at home. I didn't realize. I'm so sorry. Can you please forgive me?" It's like
I would like to chime in at this point. I would like to remember when I was reading the book several times over. The interaction with the Bo in the prison. So I have this scripture memorized. I would like to start reciting it in hopes that this peasant will join in.
Okay, please roll a... I want to gather information. Okay. So you rolled an 18.
No, that's not for that. Am I just doing a D20?
Do a knowledge history check. So that would be based off of your wisdom.
So just a D20 plus my wisdom modifier?
Yes.
I roll a 19 plus 2 for a 21.
You very well remember the scripture. and you chime in and you start reciting the scripture. Please recite the scripture for me.
I don't have the scripture memorized.
Let's recite the scripture.
So you bullshit your way through and you pretend that you know this scripture, and you chime in and you try to encourage the fellow peasant to do the scripture as well. He is not nearly as successful and can't remember most of the words. And so the guard says, "Ah, a fellow believer. That's wonderful. Maybe you can provide your Bible to this poor peasant who does not have one."
Do I have a Bible on me? It does not seem as though I have a Bible on me. I have the Bible memorized. I have no need for the Bible itself.
Are you saying that to the guard?
Sure.
It's required by law to have your Bible on you at all times.
Give me a page and I shall recite it for you.
Page 2.
$13 plus 2 for 15.
You do decently well, and you actually get. You say to him what he's looking for, and you recite page 2 to the best of your memory, and it's pretty accurate. Pretty good job. I suppose, if you know it by heart, that you are a true believer. But you need to head to the church and get yourself a Bible as soon as possible. You are not allowed to wander around without one.
Understood. I nod my head.
And for you, peasant, you are going to jail. He drags the peasant, and he drags him to jail.
I tried.
This is for ammunition for us against to not like the current state of affairs.
How much the Bible is?
Alright, Kaladin's a little outraged at this.
Kaladin is outraged. Very good. Very good.
A bit outraged. I'm like he let Jorge handle the social encounter here, but he's not happy about this. He no longer likes the current state of affairs well.
Good. Very good. Anyway, you guys continue on your way. And on your way up, you notice that it's just really muggy today. It's quite warm. The heat is oppressive, and the rain is just torrential. As you walk, you can see the stream and the river to your right. It's just rising. You can actually literally see the river rising. Mud. Whenever you walk, it's just mud everywhere you go. It's pretty dismal.
Hey guys, I think it's going to be a bit of a shit show if we get in any combat today.
Yeah, I can agree to that.
So you guys finally reach the garrison, drenched and soaking wet. You see the two guards standing out front. What would you like to do?
And Mr. Social Encounter, you want to engage in the social encounter? we We have a bard and we have a very charismatic warrior. Neither are saying anything in the social.
Neither of them are talking. One of the guards looks over at you and looks over at the party, and he's a little confused as to why there are 4 people standing outside of the garrison.
Paladin.
We wish to enter. We wish to, we considered the offer that Lord Mason gave us, and we wanted to give a response.
Very well.
We did.
Very well. Please, enter, adventurers.
Actually, can we have a conversation for our characters before we enter, really quickly? Just like, as
yeah.
far as like accepting or not accepting Lord Mason's offer.
Yeah, go for it, go for it, go for it.
So, remind me the details of the offer. It was like, basically, join him to eradicate goblins.
Join him to
Yeah.
eradicate goblins and any other
and get
filth.
paid, right? And
Well, I
I don't
know
want to
if
take
that's
this one.
a good- Yeah.
I don't feel like
think-
working for him is a good plan. All in favor of taking, all in not favor of taking.
I don't think taking it is a good thing because I don't actually want to kill the goblins, but maybe taking it in terms of him thinking that we're on his side and us not actually being on his side might be a good thing. How deeply we want to go with this meta.
Help us get closer to him, and if we double cross him, he's just gonna send like a platoon after us.
Right. I don't think we're powerful enough to do like a double crossing maneuver kind of thing.
Yeah.
To get our apples handed to us.
Like so either.
Okay,
I mean, even with the help of the goblins, they're pretty strongly outmatched by Mason's forces, I think.
okay. So we'll, at this moment then, we'll just graciously decline the offer.
Okay, yeah.
But what else do we really got going on other than
Fine,
that?
we'll ask our questions to the others, and then we'll be good. Okay. Do you want to ask try to sneak around and ask questions? Not sneak around, but like go and question others before or after speaking to Mason. I mean, we might be railroaded and speaking to Mason anyway, but should we try to question people before?
I think. Oh, we forgot that Mason's camp was this way. On our way to him would be a better excuse than trying to get out and being lost. Because if we got in there all right, it's fresh in our mind on how to get out. But if we're, you know what I mean, we're lost trying to find the bathroom kind of thing.
Yeah. Although if we accepted his offer, we wouldn't have much suspicion when we're asking around.
Alright, so there's pros and cons to each approach. I just don't think we can really afford to accept his offer and then
Not
Double
follow
cross.
through.
get killed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we go in, we talk around, and then we find ourselves at Mason, decline the offer, and skedaddle.
But is he really just going to take us declining his offer very well?
For
We're
real.
just going to be able to walk right out of there, just, yep, we declined your offer, sir. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
It's
We'll
right,
walk
so
right
you
out.
can tell he's like,
Well, what is he gonna do? Is he gonna kill 4 people that didn't want to work for him? He's a law-abiding citizen. Supposedly he's a law-abiding citizen. He can't make us do something we don't want. Is he just gonna slaughter 4 people?
Well, we already know that he's possessed by something.
And it's not really
Or influenced,
him.
or whatever.
probably being controlled by the wish person. Wish?
The guard walks over to you and says, "Why are you guys just sitting here? Why have you... blah blah blah." Kaladin says, "We would like to discuss the offer," and he lets you inside. The time for discussion has ended.
We were getting too deep.
You were getting too deep. I was like, this is getting a little too much. Let's move on. You guys are now inside the garrison. You may check the garrison or the barracks.
There's
Quarters.
a difference, but Garrison first.
Okay. So in the garrison, I guess the garrison and the barracks really are the same thing. So in the garrison, you see most of the people, they're just waking up, relaxing. It's peacetime right now. They're not really doing anything. But you do notice 2 soldiers just kind of chit-chatting, standing up, leaning against a wall. But most of them are sleeping in their bunks.
Can I roll a spot to see if I see anything unusual, any evidence of magic or anything like that?
Yeah, you can totally do that. However, doesn't one of you just innately detect magic?
I do.
15 plus 9. Or 24.
So you look around the room and you notice these bunks are really well kept and really well made. That the soldiers really know how to keep their sheets clean. They're very good at that. It's very crisp. Torch on the wall, fire brightly, armor, no magic. Not as far as you can tell.
Something went around to ask about the events of a year ago when you're like, hey, I heard that magic was outlawed a year ago. What happened? And try to pry more details out.
Sure. To the soldiers?
Yeah, soldiers, anyone.
Okay, you talk up to the soldiers against the wall, and they're like, yeah, so magic was outlawed. It real sucks, because we could have used some of that support against these goblins, you know? Yeah, man, that would have been sweet. Like, giant fireballs against goblins? Yeah.
Classic.
Yes.
Do you say anything else to him?
Can I give him a hell yeah?
I'm looking
brother?
for information about, so that really sucks. Why did that happen? Why was it outlawed?
There was some kind of accident. I think Lord Mason's wife or something used to do magic, but now she doesn't because it's like banned and shit. Yeah, man.
Any more details? Anyone who might know more?
I mean, you could talk to Kasu. He might know a little more.
Kasu.
Yeah, he's the trainer here. He's our sergeant.
Where might I find Kasu?
Oh, just go over to the training yard.
Alright. To the training yard we go.
To the training yard. So you walk over and you notice that there are about 40 soldiers all engaged in melee combat. They're all vigorously training with one another. And there's a Indian man who appears to be Kasu giving orders and shouting instructions at all of them. He does notice your guys' approach, but he doesn't talk to you or engage with you.
Is he currently looking busy at the moment?
He does look a little busy.
Oh well, time is short. I approach him and say, Kasu, your men look quite well trained. I'm impressed.
Well, yes, of course my men are well trained. I've handcrafted every single one of these soldiers.
Your craftsmanship shows quite powerful fruits of reward.
Yeah, you don't look too half bad yourself. He smacks you on the shoulder. Maybe you'd like to join, huh?
Unfortunately, I have other callings that require my attention for the moment. I'll keep it in mind. I heard from one of your soldiers that you knew more about what happened about a year ago when magics were banned.
Ooh, that was a tragedy. An absolute tragedy.
What happened?
Well, so there was supposed to be a magic demonstration, and Liara, Mason's wife, was one of the demonstrators. But somehow during the demonstration, something got out of hand. I wasn't there, I actually didn't see it. Something got out of hand, and it ended up killing most of the nobility and their daughter.
The demonstration was the wife putting on the demonstration of some kind?
Right, so there were a group of 4 mages, and she was the 5th mage, and they were all putting on a demonstration together about some sort of magic ball thing. I don't know how magic works. I just hit people and things. So anyway, they were doing some magic demonstration. They had to like focus on it, and it got out of control and exploded. You could hear the explosion for miles. It was bad. And then ever since then, no magic has ever been allowed into the cities.
Into all cities or Caprica City?
Caprica City in particular, but it's been spreading around to the neighboring territories as well. It's very frowned upon. Think of, out of character, if you go back to Skyrim, think of like Winterhold College. Where they had a huge accident kind of there, and like it blew up half the town, and now all the people are hating it. It's kind of how it's treated. Back in character.
Yeah, I try to find out any more details at this point that he might have as far as who was involved, who might know more. Usual.
Well, you could ask Harold. That's his second in command. He's a pathetic whelp. He's real good with numbers, though.
All right. Before we leave, how did you pronounce Mason's wife again?
Liara.
Liara.
Is there anything special needed to gain an audience with Harold?
A little gold doesn't hurt.
A little what?
A little gold doesn't hurt.
Oh, come on. You have a little bit of that.
Hell, if you... How about this? Why don't you show me what you can do?
I want to fight.
Yeah, why don't we see what you can do, huh?
I thought Cullen is not opposed to a test of strength.
Then he looks back at the rest of your party, and he sees the druid, and he sees the ranger, and he looks at both of them and he scowls. What's a strong human like you doing with these folk?
I'm behind.
I require a variety.
What do you mean? What do you mean these folk?
You know exactly what I mean. Elven.
Well, you want to have at her then?
Jorge!
You are surrounded by 40 well-trained, well-geared, well-equipped, and well-armed soldiers. Do you really want to start combat right now?
Well, he was just going to go on with Kaladin. I'll take Kaladin's spot. Not to the death, just like to show that I can kick his fucking ass.
Do you really think
What?
the little whelp of an elf can defeat me?
I'll draw my weapon. What's up?
I can't even stop them because the only thing I know how to do is use magic.
I think it's +4. What is it? That's +3. Yeah. And then oh, that's supposed to be a 16 instead of a 17 to hit. +3.
Why?
feel like you're rolling 40 dice, and you shouldn't be rolling 40 dice. You should be rolling 1 dice, because there's 1 person.
You'll understand here in a minute. I have to do things. I wasn't really anticipating things to go this sour.
Why do you do this?
He was gonna fight Kaladin. I'll take Kaladin's spot. What do you mean? Go
Okay.
against
Kaladin is better than you.
They weren't gonna.
Actually, like, what's your AC?
My AC is 18.
Okay, your AC is one higher than mine.
Yeah.
It's not like that much different. I mean, what's
My
your HP?
17.
17. Okay, one more AC.
It's like doing this out of spite. You turn down
About the same.
Remember, he is the sergeant who commands all of the soldiers in this base.
He's like the strongest fucking one. He's not the goddamn PE teacher.
He's not a PE teacher. Okay. I am ready. So he says, Elf, you want to fight me?
Let's go.
All
Stop
right.
it.
It's not to the death.
Men! Get out of the way! I'm gonna teach this elf a lesson. Okay. All of the men, 20 of them, shuffle off to the right. 20 of them shuffle off to the left. Stand at attention and do not move. Then, as he walks out, they all start shouting, Kasu! 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 He stands on the opposite end. The stone wall in the back surrounds you. And he asks you to step forward.
I step forward.
Okay. Make the first move, elf.
Okay, so you're not. Okay. It's probably good because I'm probably didn't. Okay. That's the same thing. So I roll a 16 to hit.
Okay. So you charge at him with your katana, and you slash right at his shoulder pad here, and it just bounces off his metal.
You're fucked.
So, then he half-heartedly tries to hit you with his longsword, but you easily step back and evade it. They're like, come on, Kasu, what are you doing? Stop playing with him!
I was 6 plus 3 for 9.
So you strike him again, and you go, ting! Bounces right off the armor. What's your AC?
18. I don't like that smirk.
Nope.
So just silence, I'm scared.
So, he listens to the crowd, and he's like, fine, okay. So, as deftly as possible, he zooms in on you with his longsword, and BAM! Right in your side, till you take 6 damage.
6 non-lethal damage?
6 lethal damage.
Okay.
Okay, looks like my healing skills are gonna come into play today.
Okay. I will try to attack again. Oh, Jesus Christ. 1 plus 3. A nat 1 plus 3.
A nat 1. So, you're hurt real hard from his last hit, and you're shaking. And as you're shaking, you try to swing at him with your shaking hand, and you don't even pull anything off. He goes in for the other side, and he hits your shoulder. Bam! Right through the armor for 7 damage.
So that's
What's your health?
6 plus 7. That's 13. Okay, I have 4 health right now.
Had enough, elf?
It's my turn in the comment. Does he say had enough, elf?
Yeah.
I'll say back. For I do not wish to die, I shall concede this battle. However, I do implore you to watch your tongue.
Everybody laughs at you. The entire audience laughs at you. Silly elf. Get out of my sight. Go talk to Harold.
Okay, let's go talk to Harold.
Okay, I'm gonna roll the heal. Can I do
That is a brilliant idea.
May I heal you, Jorge?
Yes.
Okay. 28.
Huh?
I'm pushing 28 to heal.
Okay. So I now have full HP?
No.
Oh.
What did you just do your heal skill, or did you roll a spell?
I just did my.
So he bandages your wounds. You are now healing. You'll heal. I think it's 2 HP per hour. I really should have memorized this. I don't know why I haven't already. It's to save a dying character, so you're at least, yeah, you're fine. Providing long-term care means wounds. What do you guys think? I think if you do a successful heal check, you should do like 2 hit points per hour.
Sounds good to me.
Immediate. How about an immediate 3 and then like
No.
2 or
No.
an immediate 2?
You will not get an
No,
No.
I feel like you should pay for your consequences.
When you take damage, it will take time to heal. 2 hit points is way faster than what it was before. It was 2 hit points per level for a full 8 hours of rest. Which was a little slower than what I wanted it to be. But for a successful heal check, 2 per hour. 2 per 2 hours. Yeah. That seems a little better.
2 per 2 hours with an initial 2?
I'm gonna get some water real quick.
Did you hear what I said, Masato?
You're not getting an initial health point. No.
Well, I'm not just saying in this particular circumstance. Like it's
I'm saying forevermore, you won't get an immediate heal. No, that's not how it works. It has to begin the process of healing, and that takes time to just even start the healing process. He's bandaged all of your wounds. They are not healing. They have stopped getting worse. So it'll take time for them to begin the healing process.
Okay.
We'll just say... We'll figure it out. I will figure it out before the day is out. I haven't decided exactly how much, but we'll figure it out.
Because I'm also thinking there's more than just like cut wounds. There's like, you sprain an ankle. If you wrap it up, it's going to be immediately better than heading up and anything, but it's still not going to be fixed.
Right, it's prevented it from getting worse. It's
But
not
it's
that it's
also-
healed, it's prevented it from getting worse.
But the compression is making the pain not there.
It's not pain that you're dealing with. It's literally your life is draining away. We will figure it out. He has patched all of your wounds. You are thoroughly injured.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys want to go talk to Harold. So you guys walk up into Lord Mason's little area, like castle area, and you're at the bottom floor. And you see another old kind of man. He's not, like, ridiculously old, but he's a little older than Horace. Mason. He's got glasses on, facial hair, white hair, short, trimmed, well cut. And he's dealing with lots and lots of paperwork. Would the party like to engage with an NPC at this moment in time?
Hey, Calvin, or the bar.
I'll pipe up. Your fucking troop commander there is a dickhead.
Don't, God, why?
Calm down. Calm down.
Why you look at this?
I will not be talking with any elf. Hello there, human. He's speaking to the bard this time.
Well, he's got my race wrong, first of all.
What the fuck?
You're just black. You're still human.
Still a little bit. Anyway, okay. Your
Hey,
general there just fucked up one of my
chill out.
guys.
Say again?
Pretty bad. Said your general there just fucked up one of my guys.
He literally asked for it, but okay.
Look, the day-to-day affairs of militaristic combatants does not concern me. I don't have... No. Do you have, like, a form to be here?
We were here to see Lord Mason.
Do you have an appointment?
He told us to come back whenever we wished. I have a special relationship.
Look, I need you to come back with the proper forms in order to see Lord Mason. I have not heard of any requests that Lord Mason has sent to me to bring you to him. I'm sorry.
He nor gave us no forms.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. You need the proper forms in order to see Lord Mason. He goes back to his paperwork and he takes out his pen and starts writing.
Harold.
He looks up. What?
I would
Can I
like to
roll a
speak to
diplomacy to let him go through? To let me go through
What would you like to tell him?
that me and Lord Mason have a special relationship, so like I don't need to be here with all this.
Oh God.
You
I don't need
can-
an appointment to speak with my dear friend Lord Mason.
Please roll your diplomacy for him to be friends.
Oh fuck. Friendship failed.
Friendship
2
fail.
plus 9 for 11.
Oh, I have never seen you before. Why would you be friends with Lord Mason?
Just go up to him and do this. He'll know.
God damn it!
He'll know exactly what's going on.
He does the same motion at you, and he's trying to figure out what the hell that even means.
It's a special command that me and him have shared.
Look, no, I'm sorry. I've never seen you before. You don't have the proper forms. Please try again later.
Can I ask him if, like, there's a certain price to go see Lord Mason that we could pay?
When an eyebrow peeks up.
Is there a certain figure or goal that fits your...
I'd say 50 gold for your whole... you have an elf. 75 gold.
That's a little high, like... That's quite...
You just plop down the coin?
Plop down the coin.
You plop down the coin. You don't... Okay.
No, okay,
Thank you.
okay. All diplomacy to get him to lower the price.
Me being injured.
I'm like, come
this
on,
badly
we're working for the same goals
price
here.
enough.
We want,
Okay, so go.
we're working for the same goals here. We're on the same side. We're working to make your life easier, Make the goblins' lives make the goblins' lives harder.
What did you just say? Make the goblin's life easier?
Make the goblins' life harder.
Well, smashing goblins is always good, but money pays the bills. I am the accountant here, after all.
But you know, if Mason doesn't get to see us, we're just gonna have a really hard time if he hears you were the ones not to let us see it.
I'm his second in command.
Oh, we're talking to you now. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I got lost.
That went well.
He's not just some petty guard. He is the second in command and the accountant of the entire establishment.
Oh, whoops. Okay.
I'm gonna say to him, you're second in command, and even you don't know what this means.
I've never seen you before. Who are you? Look, I will take the 75 gold. Go talk to Mason.
I linger for a moment. I was actually hoping to ask you about what happened a year ago when magic was banned. I heard there was a big accident with a performance of some kind. Some mages, magic got out of control and a lot of people were killed. I was wondering what happened.
Why would you bring that up? Such an awful thing. His wife was so destroyed. Such agony she experienced. Oh, such pain. Just regret. So much emotion. Why would you bring that up?
Why would I bring that up? I just wanted to. I was very curious. I don't know. I'm a little bit exhausted of the RP at this point. Would it be okay if I rolled a diplomacy, or should we, or do I?
He said he took the gold.
Mm-hmm. Right, but I tried to gather more information from him.
Okay, so you're trying to gather more information.
Yeah.
What are you asking? So you're asking the thing about the thing. He says that it was really hard on his wife, and it was really terrible for her. She has a lot of regret.
Okay, yeah.
It destroyed her.
Does he know how it happened? Does he know how Mason handled it afterwards, and so on and so forth?
Okay, so how Mason handled it, he doesn't. He knows more about Liara than he does Mason, it seems. So he knows that Liara went into a deep depression. She was forbidden from using her magic. That was her career. That was her whole life. And then one day it was all taken away from her. She couldn't use it again. She lost her own daughter due to her own actions, her own mistake. It was devastating. Why are you rubbing your hands?
The shit birds, the shit tornado, the shit storm's coming, and I'm the shit puppet master too.
Yeah, at 4 hit points you are. Hey, Bo, I can't see your face. Can I see your face?
God damn it.
Thank you, Bo.
Just because of the hidden cold.
What about banning magic seems like a strong response. Was there any other factor involved in that, or was it just the disaster?
Actually, that was the first time we had ever allowed magic in the city. Back then, we didn't know a lot about how magic worked. And so we thought maybe the nobility, if they seemed to like magic, maybe we could start, maybe Liara, could start up maybe a school. But she lost control. She was infuriated. She watched an elf, some stupid elf boy, try and kiss her daughter.
Oh.
And she lost it. She lost control. And with 5 mages all needing to maintain focus over this magic spell of theirs, it just went off and it detonated.
Do you know anything about what spell it was being cast in?
I have no idea what spell it was. It seems like something they created just for the event, too.
A year ago was about when June, I always forget the second part of her name.
Bell. June Bell.
June Bell. Was also when June Bell was removed from the organization, declared in exile, or something along those lines. Do you know anything about why that happened?
It had to do with accounting. She had a lot of requisitions. And she just didn't quite fit in around here. She had a lot of love for foreigners and other races. Just didn't quite mesh well here.
Really?
She wasn't a good fit. It's best that she's gone.
Can I try to gather more information or insight check, something like that?
What exactly are you trying to know?
I want to know if he's being entirely truthful, and I want to try and pry more out of him if I can.
Go for it, please. Roll
a
gather
diplomacy check if I can.
It's a gather information at this point, or
Alright, gather information's fine then.
Yeah.
Gather information.
Or it's what's the other one? Insight?
Insight. What is that? Actually, Insight's the 5th edition one that I always use.
Okay, yeah.
Sense motive.
Sense motive.
Gather
I'm sorry.
Information. I'll do gather information.
So, in order to do what you want, I need you to do a sense motive and a gather information.
Someone else do a sense motive, please. My wisdom is correct.
Oh, I should be able to do that.
I have a +6.
D20 plus wisdom. Right?
D20 plus wisdom. And then,
yeah, okay.
Yep.
Or whatever your sense motive rank is. Okay. So, Dravaltor, you are able to notice that he's not being entirely truthful, and he does not care for June Bell in any way.
He does not care for June Bell. Alright, can I gather information to see, why he doesn't like June Bell?
You don't
Yes.
know yet.
Well,
I moved my friend Whisper to Calvin, but he's...
Were you trying to roll for that, or are you just asking why he doesn't like it?
I'm just going over to tell him.
You can't tell him right now. They're in the middle of a conversation.
Okay, then never mind.
Sense motive myself then.
Also, why is the call name Today's Objective Death? Because that's not...
I thought
that's not inspiring hope within them.
you completely wholeheartedly believe everything he's saying, that she was written off merely as an accounting error, that she was just costing the company or the barracks too much money, being a woman and all.
Yes. Well, I know he believes that. I don't necessarily believe it myself, but I know he believes.
Yes.
I think that he believes it. So,
You think he's telling the truth? Yeah.
Okay. All right. Move on.
Okay. So he takes the 75 gold. You guys go to Mason.
Before we go to Mason, I'd like to tell Kaladin and the rest of the party. He was lying. He didn't care for Junbo. I could tell by the look on his face when he talked.
It's gonna be a drama check. Disco Elysium.
Alright.
Drama check?
Drama check from... It's a Disco Elysium thing.
Alright, Travolta, you could have interrupted the conversation and done gather information yourself and been like, hey, why didn't you like the person so much?
I'm not very charismatic.
You don't have to be charismatic to try.
You just talk. Just talk like a normal half-elf being.
Most of the times I talk doesn't go too well.
Well, then
You just
think
need to
about...
talk more.
Yeah, just
See,
talk.
most of the times I talk, it doesn't go well.
Okay, fine. Sorry.
Can't be that much worse than I am.
I feel like it could, but okay.
Okay, so you guys all go up to talk to Mason.
Is his wife anywhere present?
No. I mean, as far as you can tell, no, because you're standing outside of his room.
Oh, why am I outside the room?
You all are outside the room. You haven't entered yet.
Oh. I thought the rest of the party was in. I was outside the room.
Can we hear anything coming from inside the room, or is he busy, or is it silent?
You hear a flipping of a page.
All right, we'll go in.
Okay. As you walk into the room, you see that everything's just as it was previously. His bed's on the right, and he's got noble knight armor on both sides. His wooden desk is there, and he has bookshelves that he's reading from. Ah, adventurers! I forgot his accent, so I don't know what he sounds like anymore. Adventurers, it's good to see you again. Have you come to reconsider my offer? Adventurers?
We have come to politely decline the offer.
Oh. Well, I was not...
We thought it more respectful to tell you in person rather than to just not show up again.
Do you think coming back to decline a second time? Very kind.
Hmm?
You've already declined my offer. Why would you come back to decline again?
Oh, did I decline the first time? No.
No, we said we wanted more time to think.
Oh, you wanted more time to think? Okay, my apologies. I completely thought you declined a second time. Okay. Well, this is unexpected and most unfortunate.
We did hear some rumors about the events a year ago when there was an accident with some magic. I'm gonna ask just because. I was wondering what happened that day. Why did you not ask it?
Why would you not ask it? Why would you not ask it, Peter? That's a brilliant thing to do.
He's unstable. Okay.
How do you know?
I've literally just asked it to everyone. I've got something new every time. Why should I know?
What, Peter?
I mean, it's good to ask information, but he's also probably unstable.
Okay,
Sure.
so that's a
Not
fair
stable.
concern. You don't need to freak out about it. Okay. He sets down his book, puts his hand in his face. How do you know about this?
About which part?
Tell me what you know about the accident, then. Let's start there.
Well, we learned that magic was banned. We asked why magic was banned, and we heard that it was an accident. We asked around which accident happened, and we heard that your wife had, killed a noble family and your daughter.
Sounds like you have all the facts you need.
All the facts that we want, or all the facts that you want us to have?
Don't get testy with me, Elf. I'm in no mood for games.
Well, neither am I, but the rest of your fucking command squad out there thinks it's fun to beat up elves.
Yes.
Well, of course. You're a sub-race.
I would like to halt this mode of conversation and gather information for more information about what happened specifically to his wife over the past year.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Are you gonna ask? How are you gonna ask that? Are you just gonna have a roll and I'll tell you the information, I guess.
Let's just do a roll this time. I don't feel like trying to reach that topic.
Okay. So he says. That his wife fell into a deep depression, and she didn't know how to not use her magic. It was very difficult for her to learn to not use her magic anymore. And she struggled with it for a while, but she seems to have found an outlet in writing. She likes to write now.
What kind of writing?
Short stories, poems. She let out a lot of sadness that way.
I'll chime in. Do you think we could have a word with your wife?
I don't think she would like to see you, Elf. She may talk to this Kaladin or Bojangles
She
here.
still likes it. All right.
We're getting, so what about if we paid an entry fee for the entire party?
God.
No, I will go.
I feel like it's better that we not go in.
I would be honored to have the opportunities to speak to your wife.
I would like an entry fee for the whole party.
Jorge, shut up.
I will handle this, Jorge.
Okay, so he
Your time will
says,
come.
Bo and Kaladin, you both may go speak with her. He apologizes to the other two and says that you must wait outside of the room.
It's all good.
I want an entry fee. I want to speak with his wife.
Jorge.
Expected.
Can I roll a diplomacy check to say that we should let the elves in?
You may roll a diplomacy. He doesn't seem as aggressive towards elves as maybe some others are.
I rolled a 27.
You'll be like 50% of that towards you.
Such a
I'm gonna do this Adam too.
Like,
All right. You've got me doing it.
You have your wish, Jorge. You may now enter.
Come with me. I will take both of you. But the elves may not speak.
alright, that's cool.
Are we in agreement?
Yeah.
You may gaze at my beautiful wife's presence. He looks longingly at the side, remembering a time of when she was much younger. Oh, I'm sorry.
Can I notice that he's thinking that?
Oh yeah, you totally noticed. That's why I did it. And then he's like, oh, right, sorry.
I'd like to chime in. How much younger are you picturing? Are you picturing her?
He flushes and he's a little blustered. Come with me. We'll go speak with her. So he gets out of his chair. It's creaky a little bit. And he walks out of the room and he drags you guys with him. Then he knocks on the door. Honey, are you in there? Yes, dear, please, come in. So, he says, as he opens the door, I have a few visitors who'd like to speak with you. I know you don't like the elves, but there's 2 of them here to see you. Please forgive me, I hope you don't mind, but they have some words and they'd like to speak with you. Is that all right? Yes. That's all you hear. And he says, good luck. She's pissed. And he goes back to his room.
Oh god.
The plot thickens.
I'll open the door and enter. Or I'll knock softly first.
The door's already open. You
Oh,
walk
the
through
door's
the
already
door.
open. I bet. Yeah. I will softly enter the room.
Good, very good. Having the human go first. What can I do for you?
Milady, I don't really know how to approach a subject properly. Kaladin is a straightforward guy.
Oh dear.
I mean, are you also here to golfer? Would you like to make the attempt at first conversation?
No, I'm a half elf.
You're a half elf. That's a problem.
That's a little better than being full elf, but not by much.
Oh, Django,
Yeah,
would you like to
I
make an attempt?
So we're here to discuss the events that happened about a year ago with the banning of magic.
Yep.
We've heard from other people that you were directly involved in what happened that day.
In the castings. And we wanted to get the story from its source.
You see tears welling up in her eyes.
Immediately. Alright.
We understand that this is quite upsetting to you because of what directly happened after.
What business do you have asking me about this?
Guys, do we just outright say it?
The safety of the town.
Yes.
There are a series of events which concern us quite greatly with regards to magic in and outside the town, and we wanted not just for our personal curiosity, but in order to keep the town safe, keep Mason safe.
Do you know where we are? This is Fort Mason. This is the stronghold of the entire region. We keep the population safe. You have no business, unless you are in the service to Lord Mason, asking me these questions.
And diplomacy.
Yes, you made diplomacy.
Let's see which diplomacy is +9. Meh, that's alright. Is that your role, Bojangles, for diplomacy? No.
Almost on cue. Okay. Sorry, what was going on?
I was rolling diplomacy to try to get some information from her about this stuff.
What do you
And,
ask her in particular? Or rather, what are you trying to know? Oh no, Bo's camera turned off.
Well, my first question is just a general, open, would you like to tell me the events of what happened a year ago? Why did the magic explode? Why did what went wrong? What spell was it? So on and so forth. How did it go wrong? Why?
The spell... It was such a perfectly crafted spell. All 5 of us were supposed to be perfect. It was a spell called Stardust. And we were all supposed to stand in a star formation. And I was the tip. I was the one who would help gather the magic from the rest of my companions. And we would lift this wonderful, beautiful, twinkling star into the sky. But we all had to concentrate. And I was the one who lost focus. I'm sorry, what? What was your other question?
Why did you lose focus?
Because of that thing. And that thing. Right there. Because a stupid elf boy tried to kiss my daughter. But I wouldn't have any of that. No daughter of mine's gonna marry an elf. I got so enraged. How dare he? How dare he even try? How dare he touch my daughter?
Else would be quite revolting. What, I'm not really sure how to approach this as far as like gathering more information that's actually useful to the.
I have an
what's going
idea.
on. Yeah, what's your idea? What can I ask about?
Well, I was going to tell him what had happened to me and my best friend, and ask if there's any way that the spell correlated, no? With something like that?
Probably another time. This is probably a different kind of scenario.
No, that wouldn't. No, I don't recommend that.
Yeah, I'm just not sure like what other kind of information we could get from the wife.
What are you looking for?
Oh, yeah, that's right. We were looking for other changes in Lord Mason himself over time.
Well, at first Lord Mason was... We didn't always see eye to eye. But being married, you never do. Sometimes you do. Slowly I got him to come around. He realized what a danger these things were. That they were... Reading notes. So, in the beginning, he was more gentle to the sub-races. But we have to realize that we can't be gentle to these things. We must control them. In order to keep the population safe, we have to separate them from the rest of our people. And I got him to come around on it. It took him a little while, but he came around. Is that what you're looking for?
As characters talking, as players, not characters. So if his wife convinced him sub-races are bad, June Bell believes sub-races are not bad, there's a disagreement there, June Bell gets sent because she's firm on her, so that answers that. Still don't have it. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so there hasn't really been any evidence that the spell that was cast. Okay. So if we want to keep going on the theory that there was some kind of magic that affected perceptions of some kind, then it's possible that this Stardust spell might have been the cause, that she corrupted it in a way that affected that. But I don't know Arcana, I don't know if that's possible, and I wasn't there for the spell being cast, so I couldn't tell.
As a druid, I have knowledge Arcana. So I only have a +1 modifier since it relies off the
You want to give it a shot?
Well,
see what
you could see if the
Alright,
go
+4.
ahead.
I'll roll to see if that could have affected whatever the situation is.
Are you trying to see if the spell made Mason dislike elves?
Turned him into this what he is now.
No. You know
Okay.
very clearly that what she's talking about, it's illusion magic. And it doesn't corrupt minds.
Okay.
It's a magic that spell in particular was meant for demonstrations and not for murdering people or convincing them of things otherwise. It was meant to be a demonstration of magic and how magic can be cool and great and used for good and learning and it failed.
So in that case, there probably wasn't any magic involved as far as like corruption or anything. It's probably just this drama going on. That's
No, it's just illusion magic.
And so on. I'll ask her what she knows about why what is her name?
June Bell?
June Bell was removed from the roster, so to speak.
It's because she refused to kill. She hesitated. In a moment in which she needed to be strong, she hesitated. To defend our people from the evil that lies within those forests. She hesitated for a moment, and that moment got someone killed. Because of her inaction. She allowed another to die.
I'll pipe up from the back, like the moment where you lost your concentration, killed your daughter and a noble family.
Why would you? What are you? This is why we didn't want to go.
It's slinging insults around.
Jesus Christ!
Well, it may have consequences, but it may still just advance the conversation. She may get angry at him, but she won't get angry at the rest of us necessarily.
I know what I'm doing. I'm the puppet master. I'm pulling on the strings. I know what I'm doing.
You're gonna get stuck again. I'm not gonna be there to heal you because I don't want to. Also, that's a nice amount of home right there.
She holds her tongue.
Oh.
She casts silence. She twiddles her fingers, and the entire room is deafeningly silent. You can't hear anything. She stands up out of her chair. None of you can hear anything. You see tears just out of her face. Just anguish, crying, misery. Just awful misery.
I want to run to Lord
Can I make a diplomacy check to comfort her?
I want to run to Lord Nelson and write on a paper that your wife used magic. She must be executed for her fucking whatever. For the blasphemy.
You can do that if you want.
I do.
Okay, so you walk out of the room and you notice you can hear again.
I still want to keep going to Nelson and let him know.
You walk towards Nelson, you'll be addressed later. What do the rest of the party do?
Can I use a spell of send message to tell her to please calm down? This is not,
Check to try to get her.
Yeah, I'm gonna use a diplomacy check with the message.
Got it.
Get her to calm down.
Got it. She's just so hurt. She's so vulnerable from this.
And I rolled a 25 with the message of diplomacy.
What do you say to her?
I say to her, please calm down and, please continue answering our questions.
She continues sobbing for another 3 minutes. She just can't control it. And then the silence goes away.
In 3 minutes, I had to have been able to get that.
I said I will address you when I'm ready.
Okay.
I am ready
Really?
now.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
So you go over to Lord Mason. He's not at his desk anymore.
Of course he's not. Alright, then I go back to the party.
Okay. You notice that it's not silent anymore. You can hear.
Of course. Nothing ever's.
Peter. You wouldn't have wanted to do that anyway. Anyway. I'm sorry. It's just... So, I have to relive it every morning. I have nightmares about it still. Do you have any more questions?
Am I back with the party?
You're back with the party.
I'll tell her I have no more questions, but rather a question for her. All people are people and capable of making mistakes, like you, like Junebell. That moment of hesitation, that moment of lost concentration. And I'll just stop there.
Now you decide to say something nice? Now is the time when you decide to say something nice? She says that to you.
Well, it's hard to be nice when you're being a cunt.
This is why people don't like elves! That's why people don't like Jorge.
That's why people don't like Jorge.
Yeah, that's... Yeah.
Do you humans have any other questions? Hell, I'll even answer a question from the half-breed.
I'm gonna take that as a compliment compared to Jorge.
It is.
Sweet.
So far we've just discussed the period of time that happened in the past. We witnessed something in the present, well, just like yesterday or the day before, that lead us to believe that maybe your husband's being influenced by some form of magic. Did you know anything about that?
Yes, I can see the connection. Yes.
Before we continue, this is said in confidence that you will not, this does not leave this room.
I have no reason to trust any of you.
Well, besides the stuff that Jorge did, we're not that untrustworthy.
Just
At least the word of a human is valid. Yes, I see the connection. But I know illusion magic. I don't know the other realms.
Would you know of anybody that would wish to have such control?
Maybe that... What was his name? Mason used to have a friend a long time ago. I didn't quite like him. He was a dark elf. His name was Gunther. I didn't quite like him, but Mason seemed to be very fond of him. He could be someone you could talk to.
What was this Gunther like?
Well, they were both adventurers. They were adventuring and... You know...
What were his opinions on, like, if he was to be influencing your husband, what would he be making him do? So that we would know that it's him.
To love elves! Stupid.
So he would... So you see how that doesn't quite fit then. If he's making everybody hate elves, he isn't exactly going to be influenced by somebody who is trying to make him like elves.
Well, I don't know who's doing it, or if it's even being done.
You don't seem to care very much. It's your husband. We come to you about a problem with your husband. You don't seem to care.
Elves are bad creatures. Just look at the one you harbor. They are bad things.
Although I can't argue for his personal characteristics.
I'd say he's an outlier.
If my husband wants to hate elves, that is of his choice. And I think that's wonderful. I think that's great. He should continue on with his beliefs.
Okay, but what about beyond just the hating of elves? What about the killing of the goblins? The
Goblins are stupid. Ugh.
oppression of his own people?
If he keeps the city safe, it's well enough for me.
He drags innocent people to jail. He has his guards drag innocent people to jail. We witnessed it on the way here.
What are you talking about?
Simply because the man did not have a Bible.
Well, everyone has to have a Bible. That's law. That's the law here. He's doing his job. That's the law.
I'm gonna start reciting the scripture.
Oh god.
As we roll a 7 plus 2 for a 9.
She says, "Stop talking, elf."
Alright, let's stop.
Okay. So what now? Are you done with the line of questioning? Can I return to my poems?
Read me one.
No.
Can I roll a diplomacy?
No.
Can I recite one of my own poems?
No. She just wants you to go.
I think we're done here. I don't know what leads we have to follow after this. We've gathered information about why Masons.
Okay.
Why they don't
So,
like goblins.
Lord Mason has left his room. Why don't you go inspect his room?
Oh, that sounds like a plan.
I'll occupy the wife. We're gonna trade poems with the wife. I start reading my own poem and I say, "Let it be,
No, you-
let it be, Mother
No.
Mary, thy come to me."
Party members, do something!
You have a high int, either Gibraltar or a bow? Like for investigation type stuff?
What?
Like for
What?
searching a room.
I can look for magic items. But that's about it.
It's probably not gonna be magic, it's probably just gonna be like
Okay, pause for a moment.
probably don't need it.
Am
Yeah,
I
search
with the
check,
party or whatever? What am
You
I
guys
doing?
are... Did you guys all leave the room? Are you done with her?
I
I
wanted to trade poems, but you kept saying
Yes.
no.
She won't listen to you, and if you continue talking, she will
Doesn't
call the
work
guards
out
on
to
you.
Okay, well then, okay, I'll go with the party and I'll roll a search check, which is
Okay.
a d20 plus 10. So I roll a 21, 11 plus 1, or 11 plus 10, sorry, for 21 to search.
Okay, so you search around the room. You see old books, some newer books, leather bound, well quality. The armor is solid. No. Mithril. This armor is mithril. It's not steel at all. Wow.
noting to the DM that since I'm an elf, if there are any doors in the vicinity, hidden doors, I get an automatic search check
Okay,
to find.
I got that.
Okay.
You look over to his bed. It's well kept, just like the other bunks. It's not straw or hay. It's actually like a real legitimate bed with wool and actual comforters and whatnot. And you notice a dream catcher on the top. Other things on his desk, he's got his pen, his papers, a couple drawers in there.
Any of the papers in the room?
He left his papers in the room. He went out for a smoke or something.
Any kind of journal or anything that we can quickly browse through?
If you open up the drawers, there might be. Do a search check for it.
Someone else do it, please. My int is not amazing.
Alright, so you said there's drawers. I'll check the drawers.
Yeah.
So that's 13 plus 10 for 23 to search the drawers.
Okay. So as you search the drawers, you do find another dream catcher. But you don't find a journal.
I'd like to pick the dream catcher up and put it up towards the other one to see if there's any sort of pattern creation.
They
or
look
something.
very similar. It looks as if they're made by the same person.
I give this
Fuck.
I give the dream.
Hey, Druid! Druid.
I'm getting like 3,000 ping. Yeah.
That's gross.
Here's a dream catcher that may or may not have significant importance.
What do you want me to do with it?
Is there anything special about it? Pattern, maybe? Is it?
We can hear you.
Can I roll for knowledge arcana?
Just like, if you're trying to figure out if it's magic, you could just like
Hello?
detect magic.
If he doesn't have a spell, I can use my spell.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright. I will use my spell.
I can, I'll just roll for... Now I have good ping. Never mind.
Bo, did you just do it?
Negative, I was waiting for him. He said wait.
What do you do?
I can... Yeah, I'll just roll.
Go
I'll
for
roll
it.
for, knowledge arcana.
Okay. So you know that there are little inscriptions on it,
Okay.
and it does appear that it might be a spell.
You said it might be a spell.
It does what?
It might
There's
be a spell.
descriptions, but it... What?
Can I use my spell of Remagic?
Oh.
Yeah, you can totally do that. Dravaltor, can you disconnect and reconnect? Dravaltor, can you disconnect and reconnect? Jorge or Kaladin, just yeah, there we go. There we go. So, oh, we're waiting for that.
Alright, I think it's better-ish.
Okay.
Alright.
So what do you do, Bo?
I use my spell of Read Magic on
Okay.
the Dreamcatcher.
So you read magic, and it is it's magical. It's definitely a magical spell. And it's a magical spell that was handcrafted and designed to influence people.
Can I take both of the dream catchers now?
You can take both of the dream catchers, yes.
I'm gonna take them with me.
Okay.
Can I also use the spell of detect magic to ensure that there's no other dream catchers or magic devices in the room?
Sure, you can do that.
Okay, then I do.
Okay. You know that there's something underneath the chair.
Can I just see it, or is it like underneath the floorboard?
It's under the chair. Like where you sit, it's under the chair.
Then I'll grab it.
You grab another dream catcher. So you have 3 dream catchers. You notice Jorge looks a little off. Just
Can I roll a gather information to see why Jorge looks off? What about him looks off?
he just looks a little uglier.
I got a 26. What's so off about him?
He just looks a little uglier, a little more hideous.
It's nothing new. What detail? Like, is it because of his wounds? Like, is he mangled, or is he?
That dream catcher might be influencing the way he perceives elves.
Oh, I see. Because I have them. Okay.
Let's blow them up.
Let's blow him up, says the fighter.
I don't think that's the best course of action. Let's keep these for now. We might be able to use these as evidence.
You may wish to put them in a bag as opposed to holding them directly in your hands.
Well, I'm not going to hold them out like I'm holding a goddamn Christmas ornament.
I'll pull my bag out.
Do we really want the fighter controlling the magic item?
I'll take it, since it won't affect me that badly.
You are the neutral one here.
Okay, we'll give it to the druid.
Okay.
So as you touch them, they zap you a little.
Fuck.
So elves are a no-go. I'll just keep them. Fuck it.
Okay.
I'll put them in my bag.
Alright.
Perfect.
That's not good.
I want to go meet Junebell again.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
So we take our leave of Fort Mason, head towards. Did you want to tell me about how? Well, I guess we got all our information already. Don't necessarily need to talk to what's his name again? Harold. So, all right, back into the forest, back to the Goblin encampment. Just try and find Junebell.
Okay. All right. Can we take a pause as you exit so I can go to the restroom?
Yeah.
We're gonna grab some lemonade.
Okay. We're back home. So you guys want to head
Forest, the Goblin encampment where June lives. Junebell.
Okay. So are you going to take the northern path how you originally came, or are you going to try to go past Plargot?
Which is the way that we came back when we had an escort.
Plargot.
Wait, we should probably take the Plargot path. Because if we can take the Plargot path, we can meet him on the way. Talk to him.
I can step up ahead. I have more health, and I can actually go through all types of bushes and branches now without slowing down and without taking damage.
That only affects you and it does not affect the rest of the party.
Woodland Stride.
Yes, congratulations, you're level 2.
God bless it.
I'm severely injured, and any encounter in combat may be fatal.
If we just rested a day, because it's every hour he gains 2 health points, right?
Yeah, you guys can head back to Alababad and stay at your wife's house.
Sure. Let's go give Ariel a visit. It's been a while.
Hi.
Probably want some loving.
Not from a guy who's bleeding out his fucking shoulder blades and side. She was like, why are you trying to kill yourself out there? Anyway, so you guys head north, back to Alababad.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Darn, I forgot water. So you guys head back north to Alababad, and you pass up Caprica City on your way. And so you guys reach Alababad to find there's recently been a mining accident and 3 people were killed in the mines. Several more are trapped inside the mines, and nobody quite knows what happened. As stated by the guard who says right in front of you as you walk through the gates. He just lets you know. Hey, watch out for the mines. Something happened down there.
Thanks for the concern.
Amazing thing.
So you guys go back to the wife's house then?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys get into... You guys knock on the door and... What was your wife's name again?
Ariel.
Ariel?
Sweetheart, Ariel, are you home?
She opens the door and says... What happened to you?
Well, there's this dickhead that didn't like dogs. I thought I was a big tough guy.
How have you come home? You're half dead.
God damn it. Yeah, and fucking... That Tho guy came back again. God, I don't like that guy.
Why did he come back?
He was asking for beer, the drunk. Anyway, come on in. I'll fix you some supper.
Next time if he comes again, tell him that your husband will murder him.
Yeah, like that'd go well with the city guard.
Okay, I'll find him and make sure he is no longer an issue myself.
It doesn't look like you're in any shape to fight anybody. Go lay down.
Okay, sweetheart.
I'll bring you some supper. It's about 3 o'clock or so. 2 o'clock. Let's go 2 o'clock, because it's not terribly far. So as you get back, she brings you all some supper, and she asks you how your guys' adventure has been. It doesn't look very well for Jorge.
So far, we've learned that Major Nelson is completely being controlled by some kind of force.
Force?
Yeah, she's gonna show her the dream catchers.
I think these items are influencing anyone who holds them nearby, or anyone they're nearby, to find elves and other races more distasteful. We think these effects may be accumulating over time.
Well, that's
But
awful.
that's the guess.
How? Who? Why? I
I
mean,
believe his wife might be involved. We found out that she was one of the main reasons that he... I don't remember exactly the details out of character.
what are you trying to explain? Why? Who or what?
We found out that his wife was one of the proponents of like more less lenience towards half races and so on. Like she really didn't like half races, and so she probably influenced him.
Well, that bitch. Well, what are you guys gonna do about it? It's not like you can beat the captain of the guard.
No, we definitely can't, as evidenced by our injured companion. I'm at a loss for what to do.
Didn't you guys go on some adventure into the forest?
We went looking for you, or the goblin camps, so to speak.
Well, maybe after you guys heal up here,
What?
you might be able to figure out if they could help you. Well,
I think you're lost, Kaladin. You realize you're talking with my wife and not Juno, right?
Oh yeah. Whoops.
because he can't walk through the forest and just die.
That's right.
Unless
that's right.
Gervaltor used his Cure Light Wounds on him, and then he would be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, probably good to go to the goblin camps to ask for help.
Your wounds? What? I'm sorry, I have 45.
Internet issues.
Bad thing.
Is it because you're far away from the router?
What?
Is it because you're far away from the router? This is not working. Hey Gervaltor, I need you to move to a place that's closer to your router. I'm a druid. I'm a druid, I don't know what a router is.
Text may be more dependable than voice because it's not reliant on thing.
Okay. So you guys rest here for, let's say, a day. He casts... Gervaltor, do you want to go ahead and heal him and cast your magic on him? Give him a couple
Sure.
hit points? And then maybe go out and make some good berries and prepare for the adventure through the forest once more.
Cure light wounds? Sounds fun. D8, I think. Yeah, +2. Okay, I cured 10 points, which is way more than I needed to. Actually.
Good rolls, man. Good rolls.
So what's my health at now?
+10. What's your health at now?
I was at 4 as my current health before the resting and before the heal.
So we're still planning it out, so you just do +10 right now. The day is not over. What would the rest of the party like to do while they're still in Alababad? Would they like to prepare carefully for the journey?
I have rations. You guys could get some rations. Well, we could stop by the shop and see if they sell any more healing potions.
You did buy 6 healing potions and...
Yeah.
Oh, we did? Okay.
You bought 6 healing potions at the goblin place, because they actually have shit.
Okay, cool. Alright, I think,
You could
we had to
go...
leave our tents behind before, right?
You did leave your tent behind, because you
Yeah.
had to run away. So you might be able to go back there and do the tent, buy a tent.
Yep.
So you guys go back to Adventurous Adventi.
Oh, good.
What was his accent again? Well, hello there! Welcome back! It's good to see you alive and well!
It's good to be alive and well.
How did your adventure go?
It went quite well, but we have yet more adventures to embark on.
Jorge,
And
did you go
unfortunately,
along?
on the last adventure, we lost our tents. I was wondering if I could purchase one.
Oh, dear. Absolutely! You may purchase a tent. Is Jorge with you guys?
Diplomacy to get a discount.
Is Jorge with you?
Diplomacy to get one for free.
Jorge,
Sure.
are you with them?
Sure, yes.
Okay, Jesus.
You were asking them, you weren't asking me.
Well, you should have said, yes, I am with them. Anyway, you can diplomacy to purchase a cheaper tent. I'll look up the prices for tent.
Say group discount, Groupon.
You want a Groupon? Well, I've never heard of a Groupon before.
Well, you see, one person would normally buy one tent. They wouldn't have need for multiple tents, but we're buying multiple tents because we're multiple people. If we don't get us a fair price, we'll buy multiple tents somewhere else.
God, I need to lower your volume, Jangles. Coughing's real bad. Well, why don't you guys just buy a large tent for all of you?
There we go.
That's cheaper.
He's got a good point.
Well, the really doesn't. Yes, it might be more economic, but it's not very privacy efficient.
You're adventurers. There's no privacy in adventuring. You all get to see one another's doohickeys and things, and walking around butt naked, taking their showers in the lake.
As long as you're not the smallest, you're fine.
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't have.
Well, what'll it be? Do you
Unless
really?
you're worried, elf.
Alright, okay. Let's go for the large Coleman 8-12 person tent.
That'll be 60 gold.
So I'll put in 15. I'll put up 15 gold.
Okay. Let me see something though.
Go for a 10. All right. Let's read that. Oh, actually, my the gold I have written down right now is 124, so it's not including whatever rewards we got from our from.
Oh,
Yeah, I
so-
don't have the whatever rewards we got before either.
That was 250. Alright,
All right, so 250 plus 125.
Okay. So actually, one large tent does hold 4 creatures, so that would be perfect for all 4 of you, and that would actually be 30.
But what about your Voltor's dog? Does he just have to sleep outside?
He's a
Alright,
dog.
my dog.
Honestly, the druid could sleep outside on the floor and be fine. He's a druid. That's kind of his thing. That's a special ability. I can sleep on floors.
I can sleep wherever I want.
Kaladin happily hands over the gold for one large tent.
All right. It's 30 gold.
Oh, 30 gold. Okay.
It's cheaper because I miscalculated.
Okay, so I put up 15, so you just need 15.
Cool. Solid.
And so he asks and inquires about the different creatures you encountered on your adventure.
Wars.
Oh my! Those are quite dangerous.
Yes, they are. Ask our druid. He can attest.
Oh my.
He tried to kill my dog, and I just
Well,
sort of...
You guys should have taken the trinkets. If you took the trinkets, it would ward away evil creatures. I warned you.
We're alive with...
How much is this trinket?
5
No.
gold.
5 gold?
No.
5
It's
gold?
5 gold. Please. It's to keep you safe through the forest.
Okay. I'll take 1 trinket.
Do we all have to have a trinket, or is if one person has it, it'll...
Isn't that the thing that smells
You
like
should
shit?
all have the trinkets. Every one of you.
Walk in the door.
Masato. That's the thing that smells like shit, isn't it?
Yes, they do smell terrible, but that's why they work.
Can I buy 3 of them?
Yes, please, here you go.
Okay.
Oh god. This better be like the most overpowered thing there is.
So, do you put them on immediately, or do you put them in like a plastic bag.
I'll put him in a plastic bag for now.
There's
I,
no such
I adorn it around my neck.
It smells putrid. They will smell you from a mile away.
How long?
Do you think it take like -1 lethal, non-lethal damage?
No, you don't take damage from it. It just, ugh. You
That
do
would've been
feel a
great.
little nauseous while wearing it, but it's manageable.
Can I roll a Constitution save?
It would be a will save.
Would it not be? It wouldn't be a Constitution save.
No, it's gonna be a will save for this one.
+2 for a 10.
In this closed environment, it's very difficult to keep on your face. It's very hard to wear.
I keep it over to. I hand it over to Bo, so he now has 4.
Bo, make a will save.
Get this shit off me.
$22.
So you're able to hold in your vomit, and your acid reflux just kind of like chills out for a minute here. You take a deep breath. You exhale. You're like, all right, I got it. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. And then you can like put him back in your bag so you don't have to smell it and do all the will save shit.
I'll put them all in the bag.
Adventurer Adventi also says, I do have nose plugs. They're free.
Can we
Can we
take
still
more
smell it
sessions?
even if it's in the bag?
Gibraltar go first?
Can we still smell it even if it's in the bag?
Oh yeah, you can. Bo?
Okay.
We will take.
I'll take
more
some nose
sessions
plugs.
with earplug.
He
Nose
hands you 4 nose pins and they close your nose, and whenever you talk, you now have to talk like this. So if you're talking with the nose plugs, you actually have to talk like this from now on.
plugs. I didn't put mine in yet.
Just letting you know.
Yeah. I'm just gonna
He
put
put
mine
it
in
on.
whenever we put them on.
He put it on as an example. Okay. Any other adventurous gear you would like to purchase?
Do you have flint and steel?
Why, of course we do. Right here.
Can I test it to ensure that its quality is of value?
Do it outside.
Okay, I take it and I outside. Does it spark every time I hit it?
Just about.
Okay, I'm satisfied. And I how much is it? I come back in.
Let's say it's gonna be 7 gold.
7 gold. Okay. I don't barter. I pay full price for it. It's not unreasonable.
I was thinking the same thing. So he takes the 7 gold and asks if there's anything else. Would you like a tinderbox with that? It's 3 gold.
No.
Tinderbox.
Very well. Is there anything else I can get you?
a bedroll.
Do you want 4 of them? For all 4 of you?
Yeah. Well, we'll take 3.
I was gonna say, Druid, why would you need a bedroll?
Yeah,
You use your wolf as a pillow.
that's about right.
Bedrolls, well, that's just gonna be, 1 gold.
Okay, I'll pay for bows and
Okay.
Kaladin's.
That roll when we left camp the other day. I still have it.
You still have your bedroll, Kaladin? Is that right?
I picked it up. I packed it when we left.
Well, then we have an extra. Wonderful. Wonderful, creative things we can do with this. Limitation is only our imagination. Our only limitation is our imagination right now.
You could make a bedroll fort out of it. Okay. Is there anything else you would like to purchase?
No.
Would you like food for the journey?
I would like to attempt to sell him a well-drawn map of the forest area, since he didn't have any before.
Oh. Right, you lied about it being wet.
Yeah.
How did you actually protect the map from being not wet during this torrential downpour?
In a map case for maps and scrolls.
Very good. He asks, maybe we can trade for some ponchos, since it is monsoon season, as he looks out the window.
I am not made of sugar. I do not fear the water. I wish gold.
Very well, adventurer. 50 gold for your map.
Oh, well, I think the dangers of going and retrieving this information, and then, on top of that, the expert ability to draw it in relative proportions far exceeds 50 gold.
If you took my trinket in the beginning, it would not be that dangerous. I warned you, adventurer.
I'm weary to believe that is such. How's 150 gold?
150? Bah! 125.
Can I do a diplomacy check for 200 gold?
Yeah.
200? We are totally scamming him.
I roll a 13.
That's
Solid 13.
outrageous! That's crazy! 100 gold! Final offer!
Let's just take it.
130 or I walk.
130?
And this information, he had offered me 125. 130, or this information, is yours, and you have to go and get it.
Keep your host and hard.
Fine. 130.
I draw him a map that doesn't include the goblin camps.
No. I want the original. I agreed for the original, not some second-hand map.
That's not what I agreed to. I didn't show him the map.
I expected you to show him the map. He is asking for the original map. The original map is the only thing he cares about. He does not
He hasn't
want...
seen the original map, though.
I didn't want to sell him the original map. When I originally, I told what I had said was I want to sell you a map of the forest.
He does not want a copy.
I didn't show him here is a map.
Yes.
He does not want a copy.
Alright, 50 gold for your copy then.
For that amount, I could send a peasant to go into the forest.
But what are the odds that the peasant would
The
die?
peasant
You would
would
lose
die.
the gold you paid. You would lose that gold as well. And now you would have no map and less gold and responsible for the death of a peasant.
Your map is not worth that much to me. No. Only the original is what matters to me.
Oh, Jesus.
The only reason he wants the original map is so he can mass produce the map and sell it to everyone else. He does not want a copy.
I know, but there's goblin camps, and then it gets...
Exactly. I know why you don't want to do it, but he does not want your copy.
Can I roll a forgery to forge the original one so that it looks exactly like it, so you'll know it's not the original?
No, don't say exactly like it. Just you don't
Yes.
want goblins.
Yes, you can, because you're a bard, and that's what you do!
Finally, bard skills. That's hypocritical.
I rolled a 12. I tried.
Yeah.
So, you try to hastily make a copy of the map right in front of him. And he's like, "What are you doing? I told you I want the original, not some copy. Besides, it would be better if you had the map for yourselves to adventure in. Take it, keep it. Go off on your adventures, have fun."
He's gonna bard.
Now, I could do something really, but I'm not going to.
I really want more.
Well, I could roll sleight of hand.
And do what?
That's
And do the switcheroo with my hands and
Bait and switch.
beta switch. Like,
He
oh, there's the original right there.
He's
Right
not
there.
paying for it. He doesn't want it. He's done.
Well, how did he? Whatever.
He watched you. You're right in front of him, making a forgery attempt right in front of him. It's a good try. I would have done it outside, then gone in. You had the right idea, not the right timing. But now he's not interested in the map.
Your map shenanigans, your attempts to draw a map in front of the person have failed miserably. You gotta make a copy beforehand, my bro.
Okay, we exit this place.
Now you may make the forgery attempt and walk in.
It's gonna be a harder routine.
I'm just kidding. You walk outside. It's pouring rain. It's awful.
Am I affected by the rain as a druid?
You
Or
what?
is it just... Am I affected by the rain as a druid, or is it just really...
You definitely are affected. It's a very muggy rain. It's very unpleasant to just be drenched in rain all day. You guys all probably smell a little bit like mold. It has been like 3 days straight of just drenched.
I'd like to
Good one.
go home to Ariel and clean up. Change my clothes as they were.
I feel like we can do that after we visited the goblin camp. We've made enough.
It might make you
Rest.
more effective with the tokens or the trinkets. Okay. You go home, clean up. Do all of you just share the shower and just clean up at this, one after the other? Boom, 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 boom. Okay. So you're done. You clean. It took an hour. You guys are all done, and you're headed back through the Shepherd's Way or through the same way that Plargot was?
Can I give my wife a kiss before?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Okay. She knows where I'm going. That was the point, because she was originally mad when I didn't tell her where
Yes, she would have been mad if you just left again. She thanks you for telling her, and she says she'll let somebody know if Tho comes back.
Yeah. So, which do we want to go the original way we went with the wargs, which is the big fucking convoluted fucking, or do we want to go the straight way, which is the dangerous way, but the other way, which is the convoluted, is also dangerous because of the fucking, oh fuck, which way is more dangerous? Which way is longer?
Let's go the fast way.
Are you sure?
I don't like it now that you put it like that.
Bojangles smells terrible.
Magic Goblin?
Question.
Yeah, maybe. I wanted to go back the way we came out of the forest last time, where we met the magical goblin and did the small combat.
Since I drew the map, I'm very familiar with the area. Is there a third option, like of making our own path?
You're familiar with the same path we all took.
You know, but I know where, because I drew the map, so like I know where the spots are in relation to the other spots.
So you examine the map, and you remember that there is a broken bridge across the river that you may be able to cross over if you do something with it. Maybe get take out a tree and try to cross it, but it would be very dangerous. You do have the trinkets, remember. He gave you the trinkets that smell terrible. He says they will protect you from evil spirits or evil creatures.
He says that, but do we believe that?
He says that.
Going Plargot's way?
Favor of
All in
going
favor?
Plargot's.
All
Sure.
in favor of going for this bridge that
I'll go Plargot's way.
Plargot. We have one for Plargot, two for Plargot. Any more from Plargot? Alright, we're going Plargot's way.
Okay. So. So as you are walking, you walk, you end up reaching Caprica City after like an hour and a half. The road is still muddy. It's muggy and awful. But you notice that there are two red guards, or in this case, black people, coming up to you. And one of them appears to be singing a song and playing an instrument. The other appears to be a very strong and skilled fighter, a venerable warrior. They are singing songs of grand adventures and the freedoms of the East. Would you like to pass them up or engage with them?
Engage.
Very well. Jorge, you were the one who said you wanted to engage.
So like
From the east. What's in the east?
The Great Brazil Desert. Very sparse populations, but ultimate freedom. Well, hello, adventurer. May I have your name?
Jorge.
Very nice to meet you, Jorge.
And yours?
My name is Umar. I come from the Bard's College. Unfortunately, Bojangles has disappeared.
I'm still here. I can still hear you.
Yeah. My name is Khalik. I am the protector of Umar. We've been friends for a while, and we've gone on many adventures. What of you? Have you gone on many adventurers?
What's our name, isn't it? Names.
Why, we've gone on a few, Umar and Khalid. We're on one right now. Would you wish to join us?
Oh, no, but we are headed to Caprica City to rest. We have just come from another adventure, fighting evil sand creatures in the Brazil desert.
Have you been to Caprica City before?
No, I have not.
I would suggest that you be very wary as any talk of magic, and you will be jailed. Any signs of heresy, for one not carrying a Bible and not believing in their one true God, will result in jail or death.
Well, thank you for the warning, fellow adventurer.
And I give them the name of the god and give them some scripture so that they can bullshit their way through being a believer, especially being a charismatic fighter.
Well, thank you. And he points to the other human. Who is this one? He points at Bojangles.
I am another bard.
A fellow bard? Well, you must sing for me.
Negative.
Negative? What do you mean by negative?
Just means negative. I do not have no reason to say.
Well, you're part of it now.
Bard is antisocial.
What a low day! What a low, forlorn day when a bard does not wish to engage in song.
Surely it's the song of the apocalypse.
Why are you so sad, fellow bard? It is a good day to sing.
You have convinced me to sing. What would you like me to sing?
The song of your adventure, of course. Please, show me your instrument.
I'll animate a triangle. One single triangle. Because that's the only thing that I could possibly create a sound for right now.
You animate a do you have a triangle instrument? Is that your instrument?
I can kind of make one with glass.
I'm just gonna say you don't have a triangle on you. I don't think you have an instrument, do you?
I do not own no instrument.
Can you summon an instrument using spells?
He didn't choose to learn that magical spell, did he?
It would have been perfect!
What about... So, you're a bard who does not have an instrument?
Well, I did have one.
Well, what happened to it?
It got bashed over my skull.
Well, oh my, your performance must have been... awful.
My performance was amazing. It was the after performance.
How sad.
What was the...
Why don't we...
Story.
Here. Why don't I give you my instrument? I can summon another at any time. A fellow bard needs to have an instrument.
Okay.
Will you come visit me in the Bard's College?
Well, that depends. How far is it? We are very important people.
Very important. Fellow bards are more important than other people. You should know this of all bards.
Where is this college?
Why, it is to the east, in the deserts. We have a few cities scattered about.
How far of a journey would this be?
But a day and a half. There is great treasure to be found in the east. Much.
Would they be accepting of my companion?
I know not of what you mean, accepting. What do you mean?
Would they let them into the college? Give them a place to stay?
Of course. Everyone is welcome. In the east, people are free. We have freedom, privilege, rights. It's a wonderful place.
I don't know about you, but it sounds a lot better than this shithole.
I nod my head in agreement. I give Bo, since I've seen Bo give the finger guns, I give Bo back the finger guns like he did to the other guys.
So very well. Here, please take this harp. It's called the Jaw Harp. It is made of peacock's bone.
Before you go, is there any kind of like map you could give me that I could get back to the college with, or just go east to the across the desert, just travel blindly into the desert?
To the desert. No. Absolutely not. You mustn't do that. He quickly scribbles a little trail in the outline of the desert and whatever, and he gives you a map, and you have the directions to the Bard's College now. You just write that in your thing. Directions to Bard's College. And Jaw Harp. Anytime you play this harp, you will see a peacock's tail appear from behind you when you play it. It is a very special harp. Please be delicate with it. Or it's very delicate. Please be careful with it.
So I'll say to Bo, do you have a safe spot to keep that map? Or should I keep it in my case for maps and squirrels?
Yeah, you go ahead and keep the map.
Okay, so you guys take the map. You have an instrument now, and you guys are moving forward. You get past Caprica City. You get past Lord Mason's thing, and you're heading directly into the forest at the midway point between Austin and Lord Mason's fort.
What time is it? How far into the forest are we? Is there danger around? Can I roll a spot check?
Yes, you may roll a spot check.
Spot is 20. 4 plus 9 for 13.
So you notice that the trees are slowly getting more and more dense as you get closer through the forest. Yep. So yes, it's getting much more and more dense. Other than that, you don't notice anything in particular.
Alright.
So you guys are just walking along. Go ahead and roll a listen check. You guys are about a quarter of the way. You guys
I knew we couldn't get through all this without this kind of bullshit.
We never can.
17 plus 9 for 26.
No, but it's starting to light up.
86, 18, sorry.
So you guys hear both nasty sounding snarls and lots of little footsteps. You're not quite sure. You know that they're coming from within the forest, but it's around you, and it's difficult to identify exactly which direction it's coming from.
Can I instantly take out my trinkets that I got from Buddy Guy and give them to each one of our members of our party?
Yes, you may do that.
And I immediately put my nose plug on.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll put my nose plug in as well.
Okay.
I'll bareback it.
Roll a will save.
17.
You successfully withstand the awfulness of this putrid smell. So, because they will smell you from like a mile off, they will smell you from a mile off. Just letting you know. So
Well, Buddy Guy says it's supposed to fucking get rid of them, so fucking in a mile away they should fuck off.
So, when you put them on, the snarls still happen and the footsteps still pitter-patter about. And you you walk through the forest towards the direction in which you think is the right way. Did you go to the north, south, east, or west of your entry point? Or did you just head...
We went in the direction of the magic guy.
Okay. So as you are... Here we go. So as you walk in there, you come upon a trail that seems to split off to the left towards the river. And if your map is correct, this first trail leads to the broken bridge. It looks like you will need to take the third one. So you continue on down the trail.
Yeah, I tell that to the party. I'd be like, hey, this way is that broken bridge. Remember that we spent 10 minutes trying to figure out how to cross it, couldn't cross it, and then find out.
Okay. So you continue to walk further south, and as you go, you notice you remember the lake. You're crossing the lake now. Roll another listen check for me.
Johnny truly has big nose.
22.
19.
You hear footsteps coming up on the trail directly in front of you.
I hear footsteps?
Yeah, whoever rolled above... Yeah, you all heard it, basically.
Okay. Party
pull out
footsteps.
I can't cast. Fuck. I can't cast Shuman. That's disappointing.
It doesn't sound like there's a whole lot of them. It sounds like a standard patrol.
Oh, shit.
What?
Can I
It's
roll
not
a
the
spot?
wolves, it's the orcs, and the orcs know where we are by the scent of our...
Orcs?
You said patrol, didn't you?
Yes,
Or
I
not
said
orcs,
patrol.
goblins.
Can I roll a spot to see if I see what color these goblins are?
Okay. Yes, you may.
I roll a 17.
They're yellow.
They are yellow. These are the bad goblins.
Shit, we should probably put away our things.
You already know we're here.
We might still be able to get away, and they wouldn't be able to find us by scent.
If we go in the forest, though, the wargs will definitely be an issue that we have to deal with.
Unless we have the scent.
Well, that's if scent works, because before we were on the path, the wargs didn't fuck with us until we went into the forest. So. That adventure guy that told us this could
Did we
be
just
out
say
the fucking
fucking
rocket.
kill these goblins?
I don't think it's job.
How many did we think?
The Kaladin instantly got a fucking happy face
Like,
look on his
if
face.
you want an encounter, you can have an encounter.
How many would be in this platoon?
You can't see all of them. You can only see, like, the first three. There are at least 3.
It clanks into battle.
Fine. I'm sticking behind though. I don't want to get my ass kicked like last
How
time.
much health does Jorge have? Can I know that or not?
I have 14 out of 17. Unless you said every 2 hours I get 2 hit points. Have we been journeying for what's my health at?
Okay, so your max is 17.
And I'm at 14 right now.
Okay.
Is that after you slept and everything?
I didn't sleep. I just rested and then went with you guys, and then he cast the cure wounds for 10.
It was a pretty long journey to get here. It's almost nighttime. We'll just say you're at 17. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys are just gonna get ready to fight?
We will assume the position.
All right, that's fine. So, as you assume the position, the goblins see you guys. They take a whiff of your smell. They are disinclined to begin or initiate the attack, but they are not backing away.
I'll say,
Yes. We don't have to kill goblins.
in Goblin, I'll say, we don't need to fight you. We don't particularly have a desire to fight you. So we can be on our way and you can be on yours.
Humans smell gross. Wah! Gross humans.
It's to scare away the wargs.
I guess.
Or something.
They hear the word warg, and they start getting panicked. They start getting angry and anxious. One of them charges
At us?
at you.
Me?
Can I intimidate?
You can intimidate. He already rolls initiative. On the ball. And he rolled a nat 20 for initiative. Cool.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
I rolled a nat 20 for initiative as well.
4?
Or was your intimidate, Bojangles?
Oh, I didn't roll for intimidate. I just rolled for initiative now because you already said that he was fucking going for initiative.
Okay. I was gonna say... Okay, so we'll just do a basic counter here. Alright.
Instinct. Poor goblin. Should we even try to kill this fucking guy?
I did warn them.
Intimidate him, but we should just like walk around them.
It is
go.
that one goblin versus... And you still have a whole bunch behind you.
I just mean we don't want to piss off the rest of them. Like, what if he's a friend to one of them?
They're obviously friends.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. You don't want to piss them off.
I feel like we should just like
rush
We
him.
do have a free
Trip him and then
free
just walk
action. We do have speech as a free action during combat. Kaladin is very charismatic and big and strong and intimidating.
Kaladin wants to fight. Kaladin wants glory. He wants to fight.
Block for the block guard!
I was like, these goblins are probably hostile. I clank forward. These goblins are not actually hostile. Well, I'll just clank past them.
They wanted to attack you. They were just like, Jesus Christ, you smell terrible.
No reason why
Oh my god. So bad. They were just reluctant to. Like, they want to steal your stuff.
You know, guys, if you try and steal our stuff, you're gonna smell more of it. I'm just saying.
We wash you in river and smell go away.
It was. Trust me, it won't.
You have to take us all the way to the river. The river is far away. You don't want to do that.
Roll a
You'll be
diplomacy.
smelling like this
Paladin.
for days!
Roll a diplomacy.
Please!
Can I roll a diplomacy?
Kaladin's got you covered there. They're not
Okay,
inclined
good.
to attack you because you smell so bad. Ah!
Well, thanks for buying like 4 charms between you guys. Jeez. Guess that worked out after all.
Holy smell like shit.
Do we have like a bag of holding or something to put them in though, like when we reach the other camp?
No, you do not. You will smell awful when you get to the camp.
Let's put them in the bag and bury them before we go.
We should turn these into bombs and just throw them into those camps, into the bad goblin camps.
Yeah, that's a brilliant idea. Smoke, dude. At level, hold on, Drivaltor, you're a druid. At level 3, don't you get stink cloud or something? We'll find out later. You Google it. Find out later. Anyway, they're not terribly inclined to attack you, but that one does attack you. That one is he wants to get in the fight. That one does charge at you. Kaladin,
Can someone just grapple him?
yeah, Kaladin, you go first. One of the goblins is charging at you. The rest of them have gone away.
Just incapacitate him, don't kill him. No! Only bards, sorcerers, or wizards.
Oh, well, at least we have a
Kill
bard.
a bard. Yeah.
I don't know how to non-lethal. Can I diplomacy again to try to get him to stop?
How does one non-lethal, actually?
Your diplomacy was really good. If he didn't stop from that, he's not stopping.
How does one grapple? Just grapple him.
Just put
Oh, yeah.
him in the head.
Yeah,
Oh, just be a
grapple
d20 plus your strength modifier, I think.
Rules.
Grapple provokes an attack of opportunity, then you roll your grapple check, then he rolls a counter grapple check. We can dumb it down a little bit, but
It's really hard to grapple in this game.
I am confident in your ability to grapple him.
It's attack of opportunity as I try to grapple him.
He does. So are you grappling him, yes or no?
Do it. You'll gain everything. There's nothing.
You could just punch him. You have 4 people, you could just punch him. All of you could just punch him.
Clock him as hard as possible. Get like a d25 or a nat 20.
All of us just beat him.
Yeah, seriously, you could just beat the shit out of this one goblin who decided to charge at you.
Take his shit and leave.
Like comes out and then beats the living shit out of him. Well, are we going to?
What are you guys gonna do? Come on, it's just one dude.
Punch him.
Kaladin has the highest
I took my turn. I did my thing. I don't know. Like
You
you
didn't
guys,
know-
you guys get your turn to act.
Okay, he passed his turn. He may go later. Who rolled the next
Jorge.
initiative? Jorge, go.
Okay, I slice him in half with my katana.
Okay, you slice him in half with your katana.
Why did you do that?
Hold on, he hasn't succeeded his roll yet.
I roll a 16.
You hit. Roll for damage.
8.
Perfect.
What?
The goblin
Whatever now.
is... So you take your katana as the pathetic whelp of a goblin runs and charges at you with his morning star. You just like cut him right up the side, and he's like ah, but he's still standing. He's like, oh my god, ah, but he's still alive. Bojangles, I believe it's your turn.
I shoot him with my crossbow.
Okay.
Fuck this fucking guy. $15.
You hit him. You shoot him in the chest and he falls over and dies.
Perfect. Doesn't even have to do
How
damage.
did you roll for damage?
He was probably like barely even holding on to life after fucking Jorge slashed him.
Yeah. Just done for, man. So, congratulations. You killed the goblin. You gain 17 copper and 1 silver piece.
Are the other goblins upset about this?
They all walked away. They were like, fuck him.
True goblins.
Okay. We continue forward on our main objective. to
You
reach
continue
Mountain
forward on the main objective.
For once, this works out in our favor, and we don't actually have to fight a horde of goblins.
It's because of the goddamn trinkets.
Exactly. Thank you, Masato.
Don't thank me yet.
Not thank you.
Okay. So, you continue along the trail, right? You follow the goblins.
We leave enough space that they don't feel like they're being followed, and we're not actually following them.
If they
We're just
still
once in a while.
see you, they may be like, hey, this isn't cool. Don't let them see you.
Yeah, there's enough room. We're not following them per se. We just happen to be taking the same path.
Okay, so you do not see the goblins in front of you, is what you're saying.
Correct.
Got it. So you wait for about 15 minutes, staring at the dilapidated, sliced goblin. And then you walk down the road. Okay. So you guys walk down the road again. You pass the turn off for the Langer Lake. And then as you get closer and closer, you hear more footsteps coming up the road. You're getting real close to like a thing. You may want to take a different course at this point.
Hey, party, let's go to the lake and take the other route that we took when we were going through to the, remember, in the hopping, and I didn't do horribly, but I didn't do it as good as June Bell jumping through the rock things. Okay, flower bed, different colors, goblins, ward, chasing.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so you guys is that what you all do? You just turn around, go back up to the lake, and then go back down?
Yeah.
Okay, so the lake is on the opposite side of the river. This trail leads you to the right side of the lake, but the left side of the lake is where you were. So you need to follow the lake south until you reach the bridge. I'm just going to assume that's what you do. So you follow the thing down. Go ahead and roll a listen check.
Have anything nice?
Oh, 25.
You hear wargs.
Fuck!
Hey, party, there's wards.
Do I hear them with my 19 as well?
You totally hear him.
Yeah, they're not hard to hear.
You're familiar with it now. So you hear the wargs.
Okay.
They are in front of you. If
Shit.
you walk forward, you will be passing through their like territory or whatever. But it is the only way forward to the bridge.
Hey, Druid, talk to the animals and tell them to fucking skedaddle skedoodle.
I'll do what I can. Are they animals? Can I just go handle animal for that?
You can.
I'm gonna roll to handle them. Basically tell them to let us pass. No, that is not working. I rolled a 7.
Mind you, you haven't seen the wargs yet. So you just walk up to where the wargs are, right?
Yeah.
So you alone, is that right? Or does the
Uh,
whole party go with you?
The part I follow.
Okay, so the whole party goes with you, and you walk towards the wargs. The wargs start walking away. They keep a distance around you.
oh, they don't like the smell. Let's go. Let's just walk straight through them. That could go badly.
I think we need to stick together.
Yeah, of course.
Concentrate the smell. Perfect.
This smells like shit, but it smells like shit to them too, so I guess it's working.
Mm-hmm. So you guys continue on your path. The wargs also seem rather reluctant to engage you. You guys do end up getting in sight of the bridge. However, there is almost near constant foot traffic of goblins just walking back and forth across the bridge. It seems like this is a guard post.
What color are these goblins?
Yellow.
How far away from them are we?
You are far enough that they don't really notice you, but they are also hard to distinguish. You can see the bridge clearly, but the goblins themselves are rather blurry.
Okay, team. I'll tell them in Goblin that if they don't let us pass, we'll murder them. If they don't let us pass, we'll murder them. Sound like a good plan?
Why do you always want to murder people?
Well, they're the bad goblins. They're the yellow ones. It's okay to murder them.
Sounds good, Tyler. Oh,
Good
sorry.
job.
Alright.
I mean, we do need to get past, so.
Okay, we cautiously approach this bridge. What happens?
So, as you approach this bridge, all of the goblins notice you. And they start making a line of goblins to engage you.
I'll say in Goblin, we don't need to kill you. You could just let us pass, or we could kill you and we will pass. Either way, we get past. There's just the choice of if you die or if you don't.
Why do you smell so bad?
To make you reluctant to engage in combat.
Stupid Hooban! Do you want to roll a diplomacy for me?
Me? Alright, I guess since I'm the one talking. What's my diplomacy here? That's a plus one. Okay, this is a plus one, so let's hope that we get a nice roll. Oh, yeah, it's not bad. Not a bad roll. 16 plus 1 for 17.
Not a bad roll. Not a bad roll at all. It's not quite good enough. Like, it's really good, but you just smell so bad. They can't have you stinking up their land.
We're not staying on your land. We're moving on through it. The only question is, are you going to die in the course of us moving through it, or are you just going to let us move through it?
Where are you going?
Plus, if you kill us, we're just gonna stink up your land more. We'll just stink here longer.
It's a good point. But where are you going?
Oh, wait.
We're on an adventure. We're adventurers. We don't.
Where are you going? Which town? There's no other thing here besides us. Where are you going?
Shit.
What's okay, so I know the map, I know the area. I want to bullshit something that's believable to them. I don't want to tell them the truth, I want to bullshit something.
Okay.
Can I roll to bullshit them?
Sure.
Okay, what do I roll to bullshit?
You need to tell me what you're bullshitting first.
I'm bullshitting that we're going on some adventure, some vague, non-specific over there in that direction kind of not tell them that we're going to the other goblins?
You may roll. However, if they don't believe you...
What am I, just a D20? Am I...
it's a diplomacy.
Okay. Okay.
Come on!
13 plus 1?
They don't believe it. They know where all the other goblins are. They want to know which fortress you're going to.
How many of them are there?
We're going, what was the magic's name again?
Zogos.
We're going to Zogos.
Very well. You may pass.
It worked.
Okay. I say, I'm glad you are rational with your thinking. And we carry on.
Okay. As you pass them, they all cover their noses, and they look away from you. You guys
They
go,
really are original.
you guys go past the bridge, and you make it to Zogos. He's right across the bridge. All right, he's right there, right across the bridge. As you get to the bridge and you're on it, you see his fortress.
I take the necklace thing off. The trinket.
Good choice. Good choice.
We should probably all do with it.
Okay.
I'll just throw it on the ground. I'll toss it into the fucking woods.
No!
You do realize you need to get out of the forest.
Well, fuck.
Can I go grab it? I do a spot check to find it and grab it.
I'm just assuming he didn't chuck it into the forest and he actually kept it. So you have the trinkets. They're in your bags. You all smell very bad.
Sorry about the smell of Zogos. Somewhat necessary.
So you've reached the gate, and they recognize you as the people who were there before. One of them gives Jorge a nod for putting out one of the arrows. He's like, "Huh, hey."
I give him a nice nod back.
Welcome back, says the messenger who gave you the 50 gold and the brochure. What you be doing here?
Well, unfortunately, it's not to learn magic at this moment, but we do need to speak with Zogos.
Well, he's a very busy man. You'll be needing to pay an entrance fee.
Or maybe one of his people is able to be delegated this task we made done.
Can I do a gather information check to see if he's trying to...
Of course he's trying to bullshit you. Everyone, these are all goblins. They do like gold. They like shiny gold.
Oh, shiny! God.
We need an escort to Brain and Braun.
You need an escort to Brain and Braun?
I don't think we do, actually.
Well,
I don't think we do.
I mean, you guys survived the first time. Why do you need one now?
Well, we
He's
have
right.
Brain, Braun, and June Bell with us.
Yeah, but we didn't really fight anyone except for those goblins, but we could have just gone around.
No, and in between the two camps, we didn't know if there was anything in there because nothing happened. What we had,
Right, but there wasn't anything in there anymore since we found that out.
Fine.
It wasn't that.
Whatever, follow me. I'll take you there myself. It's just a walk down the road.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay, so he takes you and you just follow him along the road straight to Brandon Braun's place. It's a rather uneventful thing, besides the fact that you guys still smell terrible. You
when
do
we get to Brain
hear...
and Braun, I'd like to give him a 5 gold tip. Say thanks for the walk.
Yep, not a problem.
As do I, but I say it's for the bad smell. Sorry about it.
He doesn't even acknowledge it. He just walks away. So you get to the place. Junebell, Brain, and Braun are all in their little... What the hell is that? They're all in their little hut. You just go into the town hall.
Is there a guard? Be like, hey, can you get Junebell for us?
They let you in this time. They know who you are.
Okay. So, it's later at night, do I just start yelling out, hey, Junebell, we're here, come on out for a conversation with an NPC, please?
Yeah, you can actually do that. As soon as you get inside the building, you notice there is a guard inside of the building at the front entrance, and he says, I'll get them. I'll be right back.
Okay.
So he goes up and gets them. They come down the stairs from the main entryway. I'm like, oh, you guys are back.
Yes, and we've learned lots of information.
Okay.
One of the charismatic speakers may want to intervene at this point. All right. Our information that we have learned is that why you were exiled.
I know why I was exiled.
Do tell why you believe you were exiled.
You were the one who came here to tell me why I was exiled. What do you know?
Well, you seem to think that you know, so you tell me what you think, and I'll tell you what I know.
Fine, but the next time you bring it up, you're telling it first.
Okay.
Well, I happen to have a fancy for Braun over there.
You got goblin right?
Okay.
Braun isn't a half bad looking guy, by the way. I mean, he looks like a way better version than all the other shitty goblins in the bunch.
So I'll say, is this the moment of hesitation that Liara speaks about that costs the life of a soldier?
What the fucking hell?
What, Peter? That's a direct question. What?
Oh, God. It's just the same thing. I don't know.
I thought it's a very reasonable
I'm
line of
conscious
question.
with the questions, but I don't care.
Okay. She says, well, what happened is one of the other soldiers, he was just doing his job, as we all are, and he and I were sent out to kill goblins. But I didn't want to kill this goblin. I saw him in the forest. He and Brain were playing around with the deer. They were talking with them, petting them, feeding them, almost as if they were druids. Well, Braun, more the druid type. Brain is more of the thinker. Anyway, he charged at them. He charged at Braun and he tried to, hurt Braun. But I didn't. I hesitated because I didn't want to hurt him. He wasn't doing anything wrong. And Braun, well, defended himself. And so Brain speaks up and he says, Braun killed him, and she had to bring back his corpse to Mason. It wasn't pretty.
Holy shit.
Were you? I'll ask. Were you aware of the magic that Liara tried to perform in the event that occurred? Was this before or after that incident with you hesitating?
This, that happened before I was exiled.
Okay. Well, I reach in to Bo's backpack unless he contests, and I pull out the dream catchers, which I already touched before when I handed them to him. So they don't seem to have an effect on me that I know of.
I forgot that they stung elves. They sting you.
Yeah, they stung me.
I still hold on to it and hand it to her.
They sting you a little more than they sting the half-elf.
As to be expected, but I still hold on to them and I give them to Junebell. We found this in Lord Mason's quarters. It seems to have some sort of illusion that makes sub-races other than humans appear distasteful. And I think it's an accumulative effect.
I don't know anything about this. You'll need to go talk with one of the mages. Or maybe Ziegler.
Ziegler? Oh, yeah.
The magic vendor.
Yeah. That's why we were on about it, but we wanted to start content this way. Hey, charismatic members of the party, is there any other events or story that we would like to discuss with June Bell while we're here?
I know that Kaladin wanted to talk to Jude Bell.
He seems rather disinterested.
Jude Bell, Kaladin, I remember you were trying to ask for it at the other place. Okay. I'm out of ideas.
So to pause here, what do you guys need from me?
I'm not sure how to continue. I've attempted dialogue, and there's not really too much I can.
It's not hard to feel like there's like a clear path for us to take, like because we're gathering information, right? We have some idea of what's going on, but we don't have like a particular goal in mind. Kind of trying to figure that out. There's not like
I felt that.
I think it's just hard when it's so up in the air.
Yeah.
Especially this early on.
I don't see any kind of like I see that we're trying to figure out the evil spirit thing. Yeah, that's cool. I just don't see any way of coming at it.
It's more because I think I didn't know exactly how you guys were going to proceed. I didn't know which side you were going to choose. I didn't know that you were going to refuse the offer from Lord Mason. I thought you were going to...
If we take the offer, then it's pretty obvious, right? But if we don't, then it's like, whoa, did you just go out the window?
Well, I thought you were going to try to get him to go out into the forest like you were telling me last time. Your plan was to take him out into the forest and, get Junebell to capture him.
The peaceful goblins or something?
That's what I thought you said you were going to do.
We completely forgot about this then. I don't think any of us thought about that.
Oh.
We thought they were good. We thought they were going to just start attacking and kill the goblins if they found the peaceful ones.
Yeah. Like we thought that because we were signing up to kill the goblins, we were just basically signing up to kill these goblins that we were kind of friends with.
Yeah. So.
It's all right.
I'm up.
So what do you want? What does the party want to do? Party wants to compromise, kill Mason, kill June Bell, blow up goblins.
The last one sounds good as long as it's the yellow one with stink.
Let's blow up goblins. I'm sick of dealing with them in the woods. And you know, they fucking gave me a map to go east to the desert. Although we don't have any fucking idea what we should do there. So then it's going to be even more of gathering information.
Yeah.
That I can guarantee you Masato has no notes for. So if you really want to like make him have a fucking hernia, we could go that way directly to the Bard's College. I want to speak to the master of the college immediately.
I do have a couple notes for the East. I just didn't know what you guys were planning on doing.
Well, I think we all, as a party forgot what had happened last session in terms of what we agreed upon was the plan. And then
I think we forgot how pressing the matter was of doing the plan. We were like going there, we're like, oh yeah, we don't really know what's going on anymore. We're just gonna decline the offer and we're gonna go about our day. We didn't realize that whenever we declined the offer, we kind of declined the whole entire quest. See what I'm saying? That's why we're so like lost for information.
Because I thought you guys were going to lead him back into the forest, have him meet June Bell, and talk with her about something. Because you know it's obvious that the two care about each other. He did lose his daughter.
So it could be the other way around. Like June Bell, like we go with June Bell to try to stop the incursion from murdering all of the goblins. Because he wants to push in and attack the goblin encampments anyway, right?
Because we gave him the map, right?
No. You gave him a fake map.
We
right?
gave him a map.
Yeah,
but he knows we were lying. He knows we were bullshitting.
Yeah, he does know you were bullshitting.
He will
He will eventually.
He's going to put out scouting parties and stuff to try to find us.
Right.
And so we might.
He knows we were bullshitting, but doesn't know what we were bullshitting about. He knows something about the map, but not what we were bullshitting about on the map. Could have been a secret magical waterfall that gave fucking eternal life to anybody who walked through it. Could have been more goblin camps. Could have been a big dragon with lots of treasure. Who knows? Nobody does, other than us.
Basically, we're at this point we're going to start treating like the town and quest givers and like drivers of the plot as June Bell and this goblin camp, right? Like we're friends with goblin camp more so than we are with Mason. We don't like what's going on over there. At least I don't.
Oh, with how rude they are to me.
Well, I don't like that, and I don't like how like you can't go anywhere without a Bible, without fear of going to prison.
Hold on.
The traders seem kind of useless compared to the traders that are at the goblin camp.
Yes.
More motivation to her that might like maybe she could end up being the leader of the nobility over here and become leader of the town, something like that.
Could be something like that. But yes, definitely the goblins are significantly more friendly to you and all of you guys than they are significantly more welcoming to you guys than the humans are.
Yeah. So
fuck them. That's my vote. Fuck the humans. Let's go with the goblins.
You prepared for this, Masato?
Yeah, I was.
Let's go.
Well, that was the way the whole plot was going.
Well, why would the magic vendor be here? The magic trainer be here? Quest giver, cute girl.
Whoa.
Initiate goblin raid on the town.
Initiate. Prepare the war banner. You could totally do that. Prepare the war banner. Also, they're not rude to you, elf and other elf. They're not rude to you. That's called racism.
Yeah.
They are rude.
One
rude.
Moving extra rude.
Okay,
Okay,
based on the race.
about 10 p.m. I think I'm gonna get off and do some other stuff.
I find it annoying, like, getting not irrational, but getting super angry at them only hurts our chances in the future.
Seriously. You have to learn how to deal with racism. You have to just kind of... Like, if you fight everything at every battle, you just exhaust yourself.
All I know is if I was a black man and there was, people calling me this and that every time I went outside, I'd be beating the shit out of everybody.
And see, that's the 6 intelligence.
And then you go to jail!
Yeah, that's...
Intelligence.
And you go to jail, and then you try to start going to jail, and you get shivved, and then your character dies, and you have to make a new character.
So what actually would happen is if you fight every character, yeah, you would die. And if you were black in the 1920s and you've tried to fight you would go to jail, and then you'd get lynched and beaten the shit out of.
Alright, I'm gonna get off. Good session, guys. I will talk to you later. See you next week.
Have a good night.